What's going on? It's your boy Industrial Dave. Welcome to 6 to 6. Man, hey, listen. Hey, I'm telling you, I got a treat. If y'all want to know anything about the unions, the apprenticeship, my man Chad, he has got every. Hey, man, listen. Tell the people. Tell the people what's going on, Chad. I'm glad you're here today, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Industrial Day, for having me on today, man. I just wanted to come and represent the union here
All right.
in the Hampton Roads area.
All right. Okay, so look, man, tell us where you from. Tell us where you from and how did you find out about the unions and stuff like that? What made you want to do this stuff?
Well, what made me want to do it, I grew up in Yorktown. I'm from Virginia.
All right.
So, I found the union by just by accident, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I was a young 20-something. And, as young 20-somethings do, they're out there drinking during the day.
Oh, snap.
Oh, my goodness.
During the
man.
day? What the hell
During
was
the
you
day,
doing during
I
the
didn't know
day?
what to do with my life because, I really didn't know where to go and what to do. And, all growing up through school, they always said you had to go to college to be something and to make money and to do this and that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I knew I wasn't cut out for that life.
Why not?
So I just knew I was really good with my hands and I needed to do something with my hands and I needed a career for that.
All right.
So I was at a restaurant, bar or whatever, but happened so that it was next to the local union.
All right. So wait. So what did you do at the restaurant? And what was you making at the restaurant?
I was just sitting there, I was cooking there. That was my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was my job at the time.
Yeah.
And so I walked out and was looking, I was like, man, I need to do something better. I need something better. And lo and behold, there it is right across the street. And I was like, man, let me go ahead and talk to these guys. And walked in there.
Okay, so the union was right across the street.
Was right across the street.
But you never knew what it was or nothing.
Never knew what it was about. Just had a local 540 across the big building right there. I had no idea what it was.
So what was the straw on the camel's back where you're like, you know what, I had enough of this job at the restaurant? What was it? Walk me back through that day.
All right. Well, through that day, what did it for me is because I was a dishwasher.
Oh, snap.
So, all the waitresses and everybody else are coming in there and they're throwing plates at you.
What?
And they're throwing it in the dirty dish thing and you got all this dirty water jumping all over
That's
you.
disgusting.
Yeah, and they just, you're the low man on the totem pole. I understand being on the low man on the totem pole, but
Oh, snap.
I was just fed up with it. And that was the straw that broke it. I was like, I got to do something different.
Yeah?
Find something. Yeah, and find something else.
All right. So that one day you just you walked out. Did you throw dishes everywhere? What'd you do?
Yeah, I pretty much did. I just told them I'm tired of you throwing dishes and dirty water all over me. And sorry, I'm out of here, man. I just walked out of the restaurant. Probably wasn't my proudest moment, but here I am now, and it worked out for the best.
All right. So you go to the hall and you know nothing about nothing. Right?
I know nothing about nothing. I'm green. I'm totally green.
Okay, so you walk in there. What do you ask them? Like, hey, y'all hiring? What'd you say?
Pretty much, I walked in. I was like, "What are y'all even? What do y'all do?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, we're local 540. We're plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC service techs."
Did you know what a welder was?
I did know what a welder was, and I knew what fitters were and plumbers, obviously.
All right.
And I was like, "Oh man, so y'all go to residential houses and do plumbing like that?" They're like, "No, sweetie, We do."
They called you sweetie.
Yeah, it was a nice lady back there, the receptionist and everything like that at the hall. And she said, "No, sweetie, we do big plumbing, we do big pipe."
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's
hey,
what she
calm
said.
down, man. It's been a while since I had some.
Oh, all right, man. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to go back, take it back 20-some years, I guess it was.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, so from the time that you walked in there and the time that you got hired, how long did that take? And walk me through that.
Well, right there, they told me that I couldn't start the apprenticeship because the apprenticeship had already started. It starts in September.
Okay.
So, and this was somewhere in October. And somewhere in that area. And they were like, but you can start as a pre-apprentice, what they call a pre-apprentice. And we can call our contractors that we have contracts with and see if they're looking for any pre-apprentices.
Okay.
And I filled out an application and all that stuff. And I went home and I was like, man, there's no way these people are going to call me back. There's no freaking way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyways, it was like 2 days later. They called me 2 days. And they were like, yeah, man, they're going to hire you as a pre-apprentice. You start on Monday.
Dang.
And
Just
like that. Just like that. Boom. career change. I was like, oh, okay, man. All right, we're doing something.
All right. So how far? So on your first, what was your first day like? What was you thinking? Did you have work boots? What were you expecting?
I had no idea what to expect going in there. Absolutely none.
All right.
So, I'm just green. I'm a young 20-something. Yeah, I don't know nothing, but I think I know everything.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I mean, so you go in there, then you talk to the foreman, and he puts you with a journeyman or something like that. Even an apprentice at that point is because you're scum, your palm scum. You know what I mean? You're out there being, go get this, you gopher.
All right.
So, anyways, that's pretty much how it went. And then it was just constant ragging.
What do you mean ragging?
Ragging, I mean, they're picking on you. They're going to pick on you. They're going to give you a little bit of a hard time.
So you got to have a little bit of thick skin or what?
Yeah, you definitely got to have thick skin. You go out there and you're soft. I see how it can break you. Man.
Oh,
so just telling the truth of how it is out there. I mean, I've been through it.
All right.
I know how it is.
So did you think that you made a mistake, or did you see something like, you know what, I made a good idea, a bad idea? What'd you think?
Initially, I thought, man, this is going to be better because even starting in, I was making more than I was at the restaurant.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I can stick this out. And then my journeyman, even though he would rag you or anything like that, he also would drop wisdom on you. He said, man, you stick it out, kid. You're going to be all right. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you just got to pay your dues is what it was. It's pay your dues.
When you went through the apprenticeship, how long was the apprenticeship? Like, how long did they say, all right, you got to have to work this long until you can become a journeyman, or what was that like?
So they pretty much gave you the rundown. It's a 5-year apprenticeship, and you go to school about 6 months out of the year. Now, this is all paid for. It doesn't come out of your pocket. So you're learning and earning. And the way
You're coming up with slogans on my show. Look at that.
Hey,
That's
look,
crazy.
Man, it is what it is. That's the way you got to look at it. They're giving you great training, and I mean, you're still getting paid. And what I liked about it is I had no debt, and so
Rewind that. You what?
I have no debt, which put me a lot further ahead than a lot of the people that I know, even my age now.
Man, listen, I'm trying to interview you, but that whole no debt. Y'all Americans out there, do y'all know what, y'all don't even understand what he's talking about. That's a whole nother episode. I'm woke now. Oh my God, man. That makes a difference.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you have no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. That's crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Can we clap it up for you? Like, get some. That's so crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang. Okay, so Chad ain't got no debt. He's learning and earning. You're in the apprenticeship. What's about the mark where you're kind of towards in the middle and you're like, you know what, man? Like, I'm all in. This was a good idea. Is there something that you could think about when it comes to that you could tell people about?
Yeah, there actually is. There's a part in your apprenticeship when you're in your second year, you get swore into the actual hall.
Oh, snap.
So you're swore into the actual union. That's where all your perks come in. That's where your medical, your pension, your annuity, and stuff like that goes on top of your actual check pay.
Okay, so I got to stop you right there. So for some people, we gotta tell them, right? So what is a pension and what is an annuity? What is that? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, I can explain that to you. It's so your pension is for every year you work, they give you a certain amount of money every year in your retirement. So if you do 30 years in the union,
okay,
X amount of money times 30, you get every month, after you retire. So when you retire, they give you that amount.
And that's the pension.
That's just your pension.
That's just your pension. Okay, but you said an annuity. What is an annuity?
I guess the easiest way to say an annuity is almost like a 401k that I do not have to contribute to. The company does.
Rewind that. Okay. So I got another question. So the union that I was in, they had different types of benefits that you could use for your annuity. One was if you had like college debt or something, you could take it out and pay towards that. If you were trying to buy a house, they would let you pull out your annuity and get a house. Does the fitters have anything like that?
Yeah, the fitters do. It's called a hardship clause.
Okay.
So everybody knows, I mean, it's no secret, work gets slow. Mm-hmm. So when work gets slow and you haven't worked out of the hall in a year, you're allowed to pull money out of your annuity and use that to pay bills and stuff like that you need to pay it for.
Okay.
But if you're managing your money correctly,
Boom.
then you don't have to worry about it.
Boom. And this is coming from a guy who says, again, no debt. So I think I'd probably take his word, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, so year 2, you get sworn in and everything, and then it starts to like, oh snap, like this is real, like I'm really in here. You got your chest poked out a little bit, right? Something
100%. Then you're doing something. Then you have your first years coming, and the pre-apprentices where I were at, and then you get to get a little raggy on them. And you're like, I got a little bit of pull around here now. You know, I mean, I'm gonna start talking something.
Just a little bit of pull,
just
right?
a little bit of pull. But then a journeyman or somebody will put you back in your place, and you're like, oh snap.
Oh
right,
man,
let me get back down to reality here for a minute.
That's funny you say that. I remember like sometimes I'll be hiring in somewhere if I was traveling, right? And then they'll go around the room and then you'll hear somebody say, oh yeah, I'm going to apprentice, this is my first job. And you're just sitting back there like, whatever. Yeah, you're like, watch this, dude. I got 15 years. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll play some tricks on you now. I mean, coming in green and everything. Oh, hey, man, I don't think you can lift that concrete bag up, 10 times over your head or something like that. Not knowing somebody behind you is going to slit with a box cutter and slit the bag and it's going to drop all over you. They'll play little tricks like that, man. I'm giving y'all a little bit of inside stuff that's going on in the industry there. We work hard out there, but we play hard too.
That's right. That's right. That's funny, man. Do you remember anywhere where you met someone? So all the people that you're working with, let's say like they're local, right? Do you remember the first time you ever came across somebody that was a traveler?
Yes, I do, actually. The first time I came at that, I can't remember exactly where I was working. I'm pretty sure it was at one of the colleges around town.
Okay.
Or something like that. He said he came there and he was passing through. And he was just like, hey, man, what's going on? He pulls up in this big dually truck, a big old camper. You know what I mean? He's got all sorts of stuff, man. I was like, what in the world is he doing? He comes over there and just starts talking. He's like, yeah, man, this is my holdover till I get to a shutdown on these refineries and these power plants.
Yeah.
And all stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I just came back from Alaska.
He came from Alaska to work here in Virginia?
From Alaska,
what the heck?
he was from Virginia.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So this was his home local. But he was a traveler.
Okay.
So.
All right. So my man Chad did say something. He said shutdown. So explain to the people, what is a shutdown? What is that?
Well, shutdown usually is like at a refinery or anything like that they have a certain amount of time that they need to get some stuff done. And that's where you work a lot of overtime. It's a lot of time and it's just quick, fast money. It's a quick turnaround. Okay. So you're talking a month or two or maybe.
So 40, we're not working. Are we working 40 hours?
You're not working 40 hours. You're probably pulling the 612s, the 710s or whatever. It depends on the shutdowns.
Yeah. So there's a little joke out there too, where people, I saw these little memes about welders, and they say like, somebody will be like, oh my God, I just worked 40 hours. And then the welder says, oh yeah, well, what do you do after Wednesday?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
Like you make so much money like so fast.
Yeah, you tell them, man. And that was I remember my first job. That's what you tell them when you're working 40 hours.
Yeah. Oh man. So when you talk to this traveler, did that spike your interest a little more, or it didn't?
100%. 100%, because then that opens so many possibilities in this industry.
Yeah.
It's just so much. Because being a local boy, you just know your circle or your atmosphere.
Yeah.
But then somebody comes from out of town and just opens your world a little bit, and you're just like, there's more out there than just here.
Yeah.
And the union will give you all that opportunity to go into these places and work and make great money. I was like, man, I had no idea until you talk to a traveler.
Okay. So have you traveled yet?
I have not. I'm still in my 5th year right now, but I'm about to turn out in 2 months. So
that's right. That's right. You did say that. Yeah, that's right. Congratulations again for that. So explain to the people, what does that mean when you're going to top out? Explain what entails. What is that like?
Well, top out is that's when you finish your apprenticeship. You're pretty much done with all your schooling classes. You got your hours in. You got everything you need to do to satisfy that 5-year apprenticeship. And at that point, they give you the journeyman card. They can never take that away from you.
Yeah.
And now you have that under your belt, and you can You can drag up.
What does that mean, drag up? They don't. What does that mean?
that means I'm tired of this job. I'm leaving. That's pretty much what that is.
So that brings me to another point with that, and it's another reason why I like this industry is a lot of people, and it really does boggle my mind that people even work like this, but sometimes I'll talk to my friends and they're like, it's Monday, you know how it is. And I'm like, I don't know how it is.
Wow.
How many, in your whole apprenticeship, how many days have you had that were like stressful or said, you know what, like I'm ready to leave this job. Like this shit ain't worth it.
I haven't had many of them, to be honest, because of the camaraderie.
Oh, come on, man. Be honest, man.
No, I mean, I'm being honest. I work around a lot of good people, and I do, but have I had those days? Absolutely. Absolutely, I've had those days.
Yeah.
But not a lot of the times. So you have to take the good with the bad. There's always good with bad with everything.
Yeah, and I like to tell people that's one thing about being in a union is your foreman can only do so much to you.
Yeah,
you know
100%.
What I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Only so much he can do. You got your stew on the job, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go through him, and that's how you deal with it.
All right, so what's a stew? Walk the people through that. What's a stew?
Well, a steward on the job is the one who represents the men. That is a liaison between the foremans in the company and the men on the job doing the work.
Right. So so let's try to do both, right? So if I have a problem and I'm on a non-union job, right? I have a problem and my check is wrong. I got to figure that out, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so versus you and you're on a job and your check is wrong, but you have a job steward, how does that work?
I just let my job steward know. He takes it up the ladder there and talks to management, and I'll have it corrected and another check cut.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Because you got to remember, some of these people they might not know about this, and they might not believe you.
They might not, but I'm living it every day, and it's real out there.
Man, have you ever had an issue with trying to take days off? Like, man, dude, I just want to chill today, or man, I just want to spend a day at the beach with my wife. How does that work compared to when you were at the restaurant if you wanted to take a day off?
Yeah, it's like pulling teeth. It was at the restaurant, and they'll try to, oh man, we really need you, and I was like, man, you really need the dishwasher. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I'm
sorry, I'm not
vital.
laughing at you.
No, it's all right. That was a long time ago. But yeah, like I'm that vital to the restaurant, But anyways, with the union working on that job, you pretty much just let your foreman know, hey man, oh yeah, I'm not coming in today.
Just like that,
just
right?
like that. And you just let them know like that. We're all grown men out there. They know stuff comes up.
Yeah.
And you do what you got to do. And the slogan is it's your money.
Yep. And that's funny on the West. Well, no, I'm not saying West. The Midwest, they always say, let your wallet be your guide.
Ah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's pretty good. I've never heard that one.
Are you kidding me?
See, I'm learning something.
Man,
Always learning.
That's my favorite one because it's like, all right, man, I ain't coming in today. And then you log into your little bank app, and you're like, I better come in.
I need to come in today. Yeah.
So walk the people. What is it like? You went to school today, right? You didn't work. Did you work?
I went to class today. Yeah.
Okay. So in case people don't know, what is it like working on Saturdays? Like time and a half, overtime, and all that stuff, double time. Some people might not know what that is. You know what I mean? Walk us through that.
Oh, yeah. Well, on our job right now, because I'm on the industrial side of the company, so anything after 8 hours is time and a half, regardless. Doesn't matter. And then on a Saturday is time and a half, no matter what. If I got 40 hours, if I have 20 hours,
yeah,
or whatever during the week.
Okay.
So Saturday's always that, and here in where we are, Sundays is actually time and a half, and that's something that we're trying to negotiate.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Where we are, we're kind of in between north-south.
Yeah, and
so it's one of those things that you just got to fight the good fight, man. And for the workers, man, you just got to fight the good fight.
Yeah, and
sometimes you win some and lose some.
Y'all watching this video, y'all stop voting right to work, and that's all I'm gonna say about.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all I'm gonna say about.
That's 100% agree there.
You know what? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's right. All right. So you say you work at 60 hours a week right now, right?
Yeah, we're working 60 hours a week.
How long?
Months, man.
Months.
Months.
Y'all been working 60 hours a week for months?
For months.
How much longer y'all got?
I have no idea. There's no end in sight that I can see.
Okay, so for y'all out there, one thing that I like about this, if you got any type of problem, you can get out of it. Like, dude, he's been working 60 hours a week for at least 2 months, right?
Oh, easy 2 months.
That's crazy. The man said he's going to work, don't have a lot of issues. You know what I mean? I'm here to spread the word, okay? I'm spreading the gospel about this industrial stuff, man. This is the way to go. And, here's another one, okay? Why not the college route, all right? What do you think about these schools and everything putting college on us and everything? How do you feel about that? Do you think that you could have had a better outcome if you all went to college or what?
For me personally, honestly, I don't think so because I don't know what I would have majored in. I don't know what I would have, done up there. I know there's a lot of partying up there, and obviously I wouldn't do any of that.
No, of course not.
Of course not. I'm going to study all the time and try to get the best grades.
That's right. Yeah, that's what school's for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You paid all this money for it. So, I just didn't see that being the route I wanted to go, and I just couldn't see myself doing that, getting in debt.
Dang, he said it again. Oh.
And then trying to dig yourself out of that hole.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's just the cold hard facts of it. No.
Okay, so do you have any friends that you saw that were the same age as you in college, and what do they do now versus what you do now?
Yeah, I do. I have a good friend of mine for about 25 years, and he's just I was trying to get him into the union where he lives.
Okay, where does he live?
He lives up there in Vermont.
Oh, snap!
Yeah,
they got decent wages out there.
Decent wages out there. That's what I told him.
Dang,
he's up there in New England and stuff. So
yeah,
I was trying to get him in there. He's just not happy at his job.
And what does he do? What does he do?
To be honest, I really don't know.
Oh,
he works for a company up there. I'm just not sure what it is, to be honest.
But he's not happy.
He's not happy. He's like, man, I'm just paycheck to paycheck in it.
Damn.
And he's got little ones, and he just wants to make more money and provide for his family.
Is he wanting to think about it? Is he want to do it?
Yeah, he's thinking about he wants to do it, but the thing that's holding him back is he feels like he's going to take a step back to move forward. So he'd have to take a step back to further ahead, and I'm trying to explain to him it's not as, bad as you think it's going to be.
Yeah. How does he think he's taking a step back?
I guess because of his pay rate now is not as much as it would be as a first-year apprentice. But you still have to go through those trials to get to the big money and learn and pay your dues. You can't just jump
just like
in.
anything.
Just like anything else.
Yeah.
It's not just our trade. It's everywhere. You can't just jump in there and make the most money.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
When you top out, what is the first thing that you think you're going to do?
When I top out, I hear there's a shutdown in June, and I think it has my name all over it.
So you're going to leave your job where you're at now. If you're still working where you're at now, and the minute you get stamped and official, you out of there.
I'm out of there. I want to see what else is going on and go hit these shutdowns and absolutely go out there and make the really big money.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, let's get to that. Where have you heard the real big money is, and what is the most? Throw some numbers out there for the people. What are some numbers that you've heard some of these guys making hourly, a weekly, a year? Just what have you been hearing?
Okay, for instance, there's a local 3 hours from us. Their pay scale is $58 an hour.
Oh snap!
So
rewind that.
That's just 3 hours north.
That's crazy.
Yeah, then you go a little further up, then you have New England.
Yeah.
And those guys up there are making ridiculous pay up there.
Dang. Some people don't make that half of that.
Exactly. It's just, I've just heard numbers of 60s an hour and all that.
What's the most you heard a guy making a week?
I think he made 6,200.
That's crazy.
6,200 a week.
That's a lot of hours, but I mean, come on. Like, you'll be tired until Wednesday night comes.
You're
like, whoa.
It's work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. And you just keep, it's on repeat. But the money's there.
As far as I remember, you can go anywhere in the country, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Anywhere in the country, Australia and Canada and Ireland.
I did not know y'all could. That's crazy. I didn't know about the Australia thing. One thing I remember about my union, New Zealand and Australia had this little thing where They have some type of thing with the work visa. I guess their countries are similar where you could kind of
intermingle. And
yeah,
stuff
can
like
you?
that.
I think
I'm not sure about New Zealand, but I know Australia for sure and Ireland for sure because they signed an agreement in 2015 with the UA. Ireland did.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
This is news to me.
Yeah, it's the TEEU for anybody that wants to know.
Yo, I had no idea about that.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, man, y'all, they are. Damn. Okay. Do you got a passport or what?
I do have a passport.
All right, so you got a passport?
That could be an option at some point.
All right. So, all right, when you went to the union hall after you left the restaurant, what did you need to bring them? Like when they say, okay, you need this and this, what type of experience did they say that you needed?
Man, it was terribly hard to get all these things. It was a driver's license.
Oh, damn.
Oh, my goodness, man. You had to be a high school graduate. And I think that's pretty close to it. And you had to take a little math test.
Do you guys hear that awkward pause? Did you hear that? That's what you needed to apply for the union?
That's what I needed. Because you're getting the training to do the job on the job.
Learn to earn. And you needed a driver's license.
Correct, because we have a jurisdiction. We have to do it everywhere.
A high school diploma. And what else you said?
We had to take a math test to make sure we can do math.
Would you say that's kind of hard, or
it's really not that bad? It's mostly fractions, subtractions. If you can read a tape, you're going to be okay.
Oh, snap. Do you think that there's some type of vendetta that they don't push this stuff in schools, and just why don't people want to do this?
For me, to be honest, just when I was growing up, it was always pushed college. You always got to go to college to make something of yourself.
Yeah.
That's just not true. They just have something against the trades. It's looked down on.
Yeah.
You're just a blue collar worker. Yeah, but
I hope some of y'all women see this interview. Did y'all see that? Lift up, show them the holes in your shirt.
Man,
show them.
That's what it's for, right there.
That's why y'all can't find them. That's why y'all can't find them.
It's dirty hands, clean money.
Dirty hands, clean money. Where's his wife at? Is she out here working and slaving at the job? No. She's at home raising the kids, making society run. I'm really trying to stay on topic.
I got you, man.
These housewives, man, they make the best kids. I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely, they do. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, who's going to better watch your kids than their mother?
Oh, man. I messed it up, y'all. I'm trying, man.
There's a lot in the trades, too, like that. That happens to a lot of people, too.
Yeah? What do you think? What do you think? Why?
Well, I saw you looking down at your hand, man.
Oh, I know, man.
It's a bummer, man, but it's not uncommon.
So how did you do that right between, like, working the trades and, telling your wife, like, hey, I know I work a lot of hours, just be on my side, you know what I mean? How does that work out?
I mean, it works out great for us. It's just she's a great mother, she's a great wife, and she makes the house run.
That's what I'm saying.
And then so my job is to bring home the money, and her job is everything else and to keep me straight.
Man, I really want to ask you some more questions, but like I have to end this interview on his wife. Stay-at-home moms, y'all make America run. I'm telling you, man.
I'll stamp that.
That's 100%. What I'm talking about. Hey, where can the people find you if they want to look you up, man?
I'm just pretty much on Instagram. That's it. It's c.b.hyatt87, and that's just my Instagram. Do I have any questions, man?
That's right, man. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. This is 6 to 6. I'm Industrial Dave, and tell the people what union you're in, and if they are thinking about, they're looking for a job, if there's someone out there like, man, I'm tired of flipping burgers, I'm tired of sitting at this desk all day, what can they do to get wherever they need to go to get in your shoes?
And if you're anywhere in the Hampton Roads area, you can just go to a local 110 plumbers and pipefitters. Put in an application. We need workers. Bad.
Like that?
Like that. We need a lot of people. There's a lot of jobs out here that there's nobody to fill them.
Dang. Oh, one more. I'm sorry. You said there's nobody to fill them. What do you think about AI taking over the welding industry? We both laughed at the same time. That's crazy. That was not scripted, y'all. I'm telling you.
That's not going to happen. AI is not going to take over what we do, man.
That's right.
There's no way.
That's right.
That's not going to happen.
Y'all ain't got to worry about no technology, man. Hey, stop playing, man. Y'all need to get like my boy Chad, man. Hey, we out of here, man. appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for having me, man.